So what's up everybody, it's me, True Star Screamer, and we're here with another G.I. Joe Classified Series review. And we are looking at the Cobra Range Viper. This is a very cool figure. It is probably one of the most sought after army builders right now, since the Cobra Viper actually, which was a Target exclusive. This guy was a Walmart exclusive. Hopefully they'll open things up and get more of these guys out there. But again, using the windowless packaging, which again I have to say I really don't hate when I get cool things like these types of artwork on here. Gee, that Dark Energon stuff, like that mole rat coming out. You're seeing more of this. Call it a hunch. We've got all the gear that he comes with. Him in an awesome pose. Really good artwork. Once again, give me my art book, Hasbro. I will pay money for it. We've got the breakdown here of how tall he is. All the cool stuff he has. Some zoom-ins on the points of interest. Now these are all digital renders because I'm going to talk about this helmet zoom in a second. But enough about the box. Let's talk about the figure himself. So here is the Range Viper out of the package. Yeah, I probably could have put that in a little better in his hands here, but I'll worry about that later. He's got one big thing already over the Snow Serpent, and that is, as you can see, I have all his gear on him, and he's got a lot of very cool gear. I love actually how this grenade launcher is being held on with his backpack, and we'll get into that in a little sec once we go over the gear. Overall, pretty decent presentation. We'll strip him down, and we will talk about the figure himself momentarily. So here is the Range Viper without all his accoutrements, all his gear. Pretty solid fare actually from the Classified series. Start from the bottom and work our way up here. Great boots, got our boot swivel, basic articulation, no toe pivot. Knees are a little on the stiff side. I've been kind of spoiled from the previous figures, so not quite Action Force level of stiffness, but you gotta put a little work into there, I'm not gonna lie. Especially this one here, but I can do it, so life is good. The leg pouches, the holster and all, they are not slipping, which is great. The drop-down ankles, they tend to rock a little, so like I have to push him back into place if I want him to stand perfectly normal. Waist swivel, also on the stiff side. The belt doesn't help here. He's got the joint where it's basically, he's got a basic like Marvel Legend ab crunch. I think with this vest, I really would have liked the ball and socket torso myself. I think you could have taken a little more advantage, gotten a little more articulation from that, especially since we don't have to see anything. Shoulders, again, also a little stiff, but nothing feels like they're going to tear out. Great butterfly joint, so especially after working with Vipra, it's just nice having that flexibility again. Heads on the ball joint. Still keep on meaning to just take one of these guys and experimenting the Dremel to see if I can get him to look up a little more. And really nice helmet. The helmet's got a little pinhole on the back for part of his backpack, which is pretty cool. Back detail is really nice. Simple color palette: black, blue, gray, a little bit of gold, and then red on the eyes. This is very nice. The package here, he's got the faux brain on the helmet. I think I'm going to hit this with a little bit of a black wash just to bring that out a little, because it looked a little more defined in the render. But aside from that, this looks really nice. The helmet is very menacing. Now the Range Vipers, the whole idea is that they're supposed to go out in the wilderness and pretty much that's it, live on their own. So he will come with a lot of good survival gear, which goes great with his outfit. So let's talk about that survival gear. Does come with a bandolier of extra ammunition. It's a little on the thin side, but looks great. 2 colors of paint. I mean, the plastic with the black band on here. Everything looks a little defined. no complaints at all, which couples with this awesome heavy machine gun. Now I will say, when I first got him out of the package, it was bending a little that way, and yes, I did hit it with a hairdryer, then ran it under cold water, and it's pretty fairly straight. Could always use a little more paint to it. The bullets here the bullet case here was a separate piece. I do like how it looks that it's feeding into there, so it gives that bandolier some extra continuity per se. And this does have a hole for a weapon effect. Again, as always, I always want a little more paint, but as far as guns go, not the worst, though like I said, the barrel was a little flimsy. Basic pistol, faux clip, hole for a weapon effect. Got the scarf, because this guy is still a Viper, and I guess Vipers have to have scarves. I like that it's kind of broken here, so you don't have to worry about prying the helmet off. You literally just slide that around there, and it fits itself back into place. This doesn't really affect much of the articulation. I like it. He's got a singular side knife, so the reason I say it's got to be a knife because, again, it's more of a survival tool. A sai is usually blunted on the edge. I wouldn't mind some silver paint or something on the pommel, but hey, it's basic black plastic, and that goes right in there. And I mentioned before, the pistol, that also goes in his leg holster. Then we got the backpack. On the backpack, he's got an axe. Would like to have had this painted. I am being selfish, I know, because I always want more paint, but even just some of the blue wouldn't have hurt on there, or some of the gold on the pommel. But this is supposed to peg into here, and it works fairly well in theory, though it knocks out at the drop of a hat. Then he also has a grenade launcher, and I love it has this notch in the backpack for the grenade launcher just to fit into there, so he can carry that with no problem. And it does have the drum was removable, it just spins around. Finally, the backpack itself, it's got the faux grenade, I'm going to take that off there. It's got the grenade shells for here, which is really cool. Some kind of like range finder for when he's out in the wilderness. Of course, he's got his radio, and he's got an air tank. So you put this on back here, and we can plug this into the back of the helmet. So he is ready for hazardous environments. Very, very cool. This hand here has got the in and out wrist, and this hand here has the vertical hinge. So it works really, really well. Probably one of the few criticisms I have, I will have to say, the way the hands are, they do hold the axe and dagger pretty loose. So I'll have to say it, the hand-to-hand weapons are definitely more for show, because while they're there, they're barely being held on by friction. Gotta say that. Overall, I'm very pleased with this figure. I did buy two. I kind of wish I could have bought more, but at the time, Walmart was only letting you buy two. So I wouldn't mind having a third, but I do have the 3-pack coming in for the Tunetank squad, so I will be getting a red one or a crimson range Viper, so that could still work as my field leader for him. Criticisms are very, very few. I mean, joints are a little stiff, but I can deal with it. I mean, if you notice here, I got the knee bent down here, but I'm using the upper knee bent here. It's just kind of weird how it goes. The axe here that pops off at the drop of a hat. Again, I could probably put something in there to thicken that peg a little. I'm going to put a wash on the brain material. And yes, that weapon was a little floppy, but if you're really complaining about it, go buy yourself some Action Force weapons. Honestly, no matter what your feelings are on the company, their weapons are absolutely fantastic. They're great quality for that. This guy does appear at Walmart. I absolutely recommend picking up one or two. He's definitely got some character. He's got some definition. I mean, really didn't talk too much on the details. You know, he's got the, again, grenade shots here for the grenade launcher. And of course, the Cobra symbol, his watch and all that. It's a very, very good look It's an intimidating trooper. I actually think this guy would work better as an urban commander than the Alley Vipers personally, especially with this coloring on here. But that's just me. If you were able to pick one up, let me know down in the comments. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you got this guy, again, that's what the comments are for. I'm going to hit that twice. Tell me your thoughts. I think they look good together. As always, I always think Joe's and Action Force figures look fantastic together. Yeah, that's right, I'm saying it. Buy a little of both. Buy the toys that you like. Life is good. We are in a golden age of toys. Take advantage of it, my fellow geeks and collectors. But, as always, until next time, take care. Peace.